Hey everybody, Ranaxalu here. So this is my video talking about my experience at Ai-kon and my review of Ai-kon itself. I originally was going to do this on my phone, but my phone would not record after 11 minutes, and originally I was going to do it on my grandfather's camera, but that wouldn't work either. So here's my review. We left at Thunder Bay at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we drove the full 8 hours. It was around like 5 o'clock when we got there in Winnipeg, and it was held at the convention center across the street from the Delta Hotel. We ended up pre-registering, and as you pre-registered, they gave you this like really cool goodie bag that had like coupons and like for people who are going to be at the marketplace, and then another coupon for Boston Pizza where you get $5 off. And then they gave you like this manga that had like 6 other different mangas in it, which was really cool. The next day, which was Friday, I was dressed as Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. We got there. The convention was on 2 different floors. There was like the first floor that had your main event, your bag check, the photos you could get taken with the voice actors and the cosplayers, and then you can get your that's where you do your registering and your pre-registering and stuff. Second floor was like marketplace, some other panels, your weapons checked, like in case if you had like a weapon that was made of metal or something, they had to check it out to make sure it's safe so no one else could get hurt. And so me and 2 other friends, we went there, and I was dressed as Tifa, right, like not the Advent version Tifa, but the original one from the first game that came out. And this guy comes up to us and he puts his arm around me, and he's like, "So, your lady's lost," kind of thing, you know, "I can help you out." And I was just kind of doing the whole Tifa, really, kind of thing, "Get your hands off me," you know, but it was all jest. He was super friendly. I had no problems with him. We actually were lost. We actually asked him where the marketplace was. He was like, "Oh, it's on the 2nd floor across from the skyline." So he was really cool. And so we went up, and the marketplace was across the skyline, and we ended up getting there like about half an hour, 20 minutes before it actually opened. And the huge line went all the way across the wall after a half hour. It was crazy. I'm so glad we got there 20 minutes before, because there is a rope where you stand in the rope, and then the whole line formed behind it, and it was just like a giant tail. It was so crazy. And yeah, we entered, and it was super cool. This marketplace was huge. It was one of the biggest marketplaces I have ever seen, but keep in mind this is my first time at Ai-kon and Winnipeg, so this was like a huge adventure for me, and it was crazy. The marketplace was huge. There was a lot of people buying prints and plushies and aprons and games and jewelry and just so much stuff there. And I went, and there was a photography station when you walk in the far right of the corner, and you pay $10 for just a regular 10-minute photo shoot, and it was by MKT Photography, which the girl who took my pictures, she was super nice, and I guess I was her first customer of the day, and she was so excited that Tifa was her first customer, so she took all of the pictures and stuff, which was really cool. And she was super friendly, and she was just awesome to work with. And so I did that, and then I walked around some more, and I bought a couple prints and a necklace and stuff. It was really cool. And then we ended up going, me and my friend Cassandra, she came with me, we ended up going to a couple panels. We went to Josh's Q&A panel. Josh Crowley plays as Armin in the Attack on Titan, and he talked about his experiences like in the voice acting industry. What was his favorite animes he was a part of, like what are his favorite characters to voice act, what was his top 4 characters that he loved to voice, and at the very end he did Armin's little speech that he rants on at the very end in his voice, which was really cool. And then we went to signings, and I met Greg, who was Kaoru from Oran High School Host Club, which was super fantastic. He was so nice. He was just so talking with everybody and stuff. He was so cool. And then I saw Sony, who was he's Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. So I got him to sign my Natsu scroll because he's a character from Fairy Tail. So that was kind of cool. And then Friday was just shopping, going to that Q&A panel, and then getting some of my stuff signed from the voice actors that were there. And then I also went to Boston Pizza, so I missed the other couple of voice actor signings, but that's what are you gonna do, right? And then the next day was our Burlesque Sailor Scout day, so we got ready in that. And then me and Cassie in the morning, we ended up going to the cosplayer panels who they explain to you how to make the I think it's called a yuka? Yuka? Yeah, that's what it's called. It was the sailor collar for the Sailor Scouts with the bow in the center. So they told us how to make that, and then we stuck around for the panel that was directly after that, and they talked about their experiences with working with like the cosplayer and photographer relationship that they have, right? Social networking, keeping in touch, be friends with your photographers that you have and talk to them, and they talked about their experiences, and some people in the audience talked about their experiences. And this, at the end of that panel, this one chick walked in a giant Baymax suit from Big Hero 6, and that was so cool. Like, this suit was twice the size as she was, and it was like inflated. And then the one of the cosplayers, the special guest cosplayers, is like, "Oh, how do you keep that inflated?" She's like, "It was so funny." And yeah, that was funny. And so we left, and then we ended up running into Michael, who was Tuxedo Mask for our group, and we just ended up hanging out with him because we wanted to find everybody. So about 45 minutes before our photo shoot, we stood on the second floor at the weapons check, and we had to get up and down every 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, because somebody wanted a picture of all of us, because there was 10 of us in that group. We had Sailor Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, Mercury, the Inner Scouts, the Outer Scouts. The only scout we didn't have was Sailor Mini Moon, but that was, it was what it was. We still looked really cool together. Yeah, so every time I took my glasses off, because I was Sailor Venus, and Sailor Venus doesn't wear any glasses. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on back on. She's like, no, Lorena, there's another person who wants a picture, and I was like, okay, another picture, okay. Smiling, you know, being Sailor Venus, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on back now. Oh no, there's 3 more. I'm like, oh, okay. It was just so hectic. It was so cool. I also ran into Vivid Vision. She was there. I got a picture with her. And then we ended up heading to our photo shoot, which was at the Delta Hotel. Thank you, Delta Hotel, for letting us shoot in your restaurant area. That was amazing of you for letting us do that. And I also wanted to go to a couple more signings that I missed the day before, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. But my friend Cassie took my video game that I wanted to get signed by a voice actor played Henry in Fire Emblem Awakening, and she got that signed for me. Like, she even waited in line and stuff. And there was even apparently a medical emergency where a woman who was wearing, I believe it was a fursuit, and it was a really cool fursuit too from what I saw, she ended up passing out, and I think the ambulance had to come or something like that. I wasn't there, so this is just secondhand information. But note, convention tip from Ranaxalu: drink lots of water. I probably packed 2 water bottles. I made sure I had water bottles on me all the time. If I ran out, I went back to the hotel and got more. Like, always have water bottles on you. But yeah, we did the burlesque photo shoot with Funksoul cosplay, Arizaya cosplay, and a couple other people who don't have a cosplay page. And that was so much fun. The photographer was so nice, and she said I was adorable, so I was like, yee, I'm adorable. And yeah, that was fun. And then the last day was kind of like the wind down day. During the burlesque photo shoot, I ended up getting sick, so I was unable to go to the rave. because I had some kind of stomach virus or something, but I was fine the next day. But so what are you gonna do, right? And but I was fine the next day, so we went to the marketplace and I made new cosplay friends, and we said goodbye, and we did some last minute, if anybody wants to buy any more stuff from the marketplace now, because we left at 3 to go back to Thunder Bay. So yeah, it was a super fun experience. This was my first Ai-kon experience. I probably only went to like three panels, but it was still fun, you know. My friend went to more panels than I did. She even got up at 7 o'clock in the morning just to watch Pizza Cats. So, and I was like, no, I'm not getting up to watch Pizza Cats at 7 in the morning. I like to sleep. I like my sleep. So yeah, it was fun. Ai-kon overall, everybody was super friendly. Everybody's cosplays was so amazing. Like this one chick, I don't know what character she was from, but she had this giant blue sword, and the inside had like lights in it, so that it lit up blue. And then there was in the center there was a Bluetooth speaker set, so the sword talked. And then me and my friend from Funk Soul, we ended up running into Garrus Vicarian cosplay, and it was amazing. He was so awesome, and thank you for letting me cry on your shoulder and giving me a hug. I'm sorry, I fangirled really hard. And we saw so many cool cosplays. Like there was like Ruby cosplayers there. There was I think there was like some kind of idol cosplays there where there were like skirts lit up underneath. Like it was like LED lights in there or something. It was so amazing. There was this guy's arms glowed orange. Like this Iron Man suit was really well done. This one guy walked around as Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he had the music, that song, like the music playing from the opening theme, like when you first start the movie. That was cool. There was a gaming room there too that you can just go in and play video games and stuff. It was just, everybody was so friendly. I walked out with like 6 friends. Everybody was so awesome. My overall con experience was, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because I have virtually nothing negative to say about Ai-kon at all. If you want to go to a convention and you want to go have a really good time, I'd say go to Ai-kon because it was just an amazing experience. And this is my second out of town convention, so the only negative thing I said is that I'd say is we were trying to find the photography like place where you could get your pictures taken with the voice actors and the cosplayers there, right? But I couldn't find it, and it wasn't even like, they give you a map and a pamphlet and all this information, but it wasn't even on the map. So me and my friend had a heck of a time trying to find it. We did find it, but I didn't get any pictures taken with it. But that's my only complaint. Not everything was on the map. Maybe they didn't have enough room to print it. Maybe, I don't know. There was like a lot of viewing rooms. There was like 3 or 4 viewing rooms where you could watch different animes if you wanted. It was super cool. We stayed at the Delta Hotel, which was right across the street. Everybody there was so friendly. The merchants were friendly. The people who worked there were friendly. The fellow cosplayers were all friendly. I had 0 problems with the people there. I don't have any con horror stories from this convention at all. So, yeah, I'd give Ai-kon a 9 out of 10, and I would recommend you go. I had a blast. It was just super amazing and super fun, and if I was invited, and I got another group together, I would totally go next year because this was amazing. I made friends out of it, some non-cosplayer friends and cosplayer friends, you know, and sitting there, you know, you can watch anime with your friends if you don't want to go to any of the panels, or the voice actors there are hilarious. They are so funny and they are so nice. Yeah, it's just, that's all I have to say about this con. 9 out of 10. I would go again next year. Like, amazing experience. thank you guys for watching. I guess this is officially my first video, so that I've really tried to do well. But you guys have an awesome week. Remember to stay hydrated, because we don't want any more people who will pass out. There's always stories like that every year where somebody passes out. Please stay hydrated, drink lots of water. Yeah, just thanks so much. Peace, love, and all that. Have a good evening, guys.